Did you know that this opening wasn't originally planned? This video was supposed to be a short, but I kept talking for too long and it became a proper video. So, about this opening. In the Heaven Official's Blessings art book, we are shown the original opening for Season 1 that never got animated, and I thought that it would be interesting to analyze it a bit. Just a reminder for those who forgot or are committing the crime of skipping openings, this is the opening that we actually got. It is very pretty and artistic, and it is basically spoiler-free, which is surprisingly rare for openings. It is definitely untraditional and my opinion is a bit split on it. On one hand, it is beautiful and original, but on the other hand, I do enjoy openings with a little more movement in them. And the originally planned opening had exactly that. Let's dive into it. The title screen was actually kept from the original opening, and I have to say that it fit better in the original version. You see those peach blossoms in the background? The petals were supposed to start falling as the title disappeared, and then we see Shilian dancing with a sword underneath a peach tree. I like how the notes specifically say that he is moving gracefully here. The image of Shilian dancing with a sword and the petals following his movements scratches my brain just right. If you know me, then you'll know that I love seeing Shilian fighting with a sword, and the petals are just, perfect. Also, the animators specifically wrote that Shilian's movements are soft at first and then sharpen, showing Shilian's soft and ruthless sides. And when Shilian's movements become sharper and he lunges as if piercing someone, the petals stop following his movements and are swept aside. With him becoming ruthless, the peace and tranquility disappear. And as a petal touches the sword, the background darkens, symbolizing Shilian's inner struggle and all the things he had to go through. From what I understand, the red thread appears at the same time. If it would have appeared a moment later, then I would say that it symbolizes Shilian's ray of hope in this darkness. But now, I think that seeing it, Shilian is reminded of Wuming, and it only makes him feel worse. Initially, he is surprised to see the red thread, but then, this comment is even written in red. A single strand of hair falls at an angle like a rolling tear. Like I said, seeing this thread initially does not bring Shilian joy. I also like that Shilian catches the thread gently and the thread acts almost as if alive, stretching its head toward Shilian. But even though the thread does not bring immediate joy, it is watching we're talking about. Shilian's eyes widen and the camera follows the thread as it rushes out of the dark forest, leading Shilian into the light where Huacheng is waiting. At first, Huacheng has his eyes closed and his expression is calm. But as we zoom in on him, he slightly closes his palm with a red string and a soft smile appears on his lips. Just this part alone is so beautiful and interesting. It tells so much about the characters through these subtle details. But the opening has only begun. The camera turns and the silver butterfly lands on Huacheng's finger and Huacheng gently sends it away. And then the butterfly flies through the main heavenly officials of Season 1, introducing us to them and their characteristics. Lingwen watches the butterfly indifferently. Windmaster looks at it with curiosity. Earthmaster turns away arrogantly, trying not to look at it, subtly hinting at his relationship with Huacheng. Fuyo obviously rolls his eyes. The eye roll is iconic. And Nanfeng glares down at the butterfly with displeasure. And finally, the butterfly reaches Shilian and lands on his finger as Shilian is smiling. And then a bunch of butterflies appear and pretty much swarm Shilian. This is done as a transition, but it is very book accurate. In one scene later in the book, Shilian praises a butterfly, and then every single silver butterfly in the area bow to him to also get praised. Those things absolutely love Shilian. In the opening, the butterflies are used as a transition to Xuanji, and I think it fits very well. We transition from Huacheng's love for Shilian to Xuanji's messed up love and her getting rejected. Xuanji is on her knees with a pleading expression, but when Pei Ming turns, his expression is indifferent, and his eyes narrow. Then fire appears in the frame, and we transition to Banya, the city, and the person. And it is specifically after the fall of the Banya kingdom. Banya is watching the aftermath of her actions as Pei approaches her from behind. Banya's gaze is filled with sorrow, and she lowers her head as if trying to hide. But the wind blows off her hood, symbolizing that she cannot hide from her actions, and a complex mix of emotions flickers across Pei-Su's face. Then a 12-year-old Huacheng runs by in the foreground. As he runs out of the frame, we see the fallen kingdom of Shenle. I really like how we transition from one fallen kingdom to another. Huacheng runs towards a collapsing tower, and we see the devastating kingdom of Shenle in the background. As we follow Huacheng, he grows and he eventually stops behind Shilian as a soldier. His expression is an unhappy one, probably a mixture of seeing what happened to Shilian and him not being able to do anything to help. As the camera slides, we see the current Huacheng. Lanterns appear in the background and he reaches towards Shilian. He parts his lips as if to say something, but Shilian turns around at this moment and a lantern flies between them. As the lantern leaves, we see that both of them are standing in Puchi Shrine's yard and Huacheng is in his sunling form. Huacheng tilts his head and smiles. It appears that he is walking to Shilian, but at the last moment, his smile fades and he walks past him. Shilian looks surprised at this. This shows Huacheng's self-doubt. He wanted to reach Shilian in his true form, but because of his deep-rooted self-doubt, he stops and turns into Sunlong, an appearance he specifically made to suit Shilian. But even then, at this part in the story, he still doesn't feel worthy of Shilian, so he walks past him. But then, Shilian is the one who walks after him, showing Shilian's affection towards Huacheng. And the opening ends here. I have to say that I absolutely love this opening. It is oozing with character. The only problem that I see with it is that it is a bit spoilery. We see Huacheng's true form, so the reveal wouldn't have hit as hard. We see Sunlong living with Shilian, so their entire interaction in the cart would have felt different because we would have known how it will end up. We see Xuanqi with Pei Ming and Banya with Pei Su, which are both spoilers, especially Banya looking sad. So Pei Ming looking at Xuanqi like this could have been a misdirect, because from this it looks like Pei Ming is the bad guy here, when in reality it is more complicated. So, which opening do I like more? I have to say that I personally like the original opening more. The one we got is pretty, but for me it is pretty in a way that I would want it as a poster and not as an opening to an anime/donghua. The original opening feels more alive, more animated. It does not have any fight scenes, but it has movement. The one we got feels a bit slow for me. The show has fight scenes and action. There is even a fight against a bunch of zombies in episode 1, so the opening with more movement feels more fitting. Honestly, in my opinion, the one we got fits more as an ending than an opening. But hey, I like both of them, and the one we got is basically spoiler-free, so it is a win. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. The YouTube algorithm really likes it when people interact with the video. The next video should be about White No Face. See you then, bye!